Welcome back to another tutorial by Shana's Home DIY and Crafts. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make a hello front porch sign. Here I have a 6-foot wood and I am just using a 220 grit sandpaper to sand that down for a smoother finish. Once I was done sanding down my wood, I went ahead and I used a wet washcloth and I wiped that off to get all the excess dust off, because I'm going to go ahead and we're going to paint this, okay? So here I go, I have my tape measure out and I'm making some measurement. Do not ask what's the measurement because I make this early spring. Yes, it's fall, I just got a chance to edit this. And I am going to use my painter's tape and we are going to, I keep saying we because I'm assuming that you're going to make this as well. So yeah, we use our painter's tape and top off where we measure for both top and bottom. Here I have my Minmax wooden stain in the color of dark walnut. We're just stirring that up and we're going to go ahead, use a piece of cotton cloth, some gloves, and we're going to apply that stain to the wood, okay? So at this point, guys, I'm going to leave this to dry for a couple hours, then I'm going to come back and we're going to continue. So after it has been dried, I went ahead and I removed the painter's tape, and the best part of removing painter's tape, guys, is just to see that nice clean look when you have no bleed underneath your painter's tape. It's like the best feeling ever. So now I am removing my painter's tape, and I am going to use the same painter's tape and I'm going to reverse it. You're gonna see what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna move it from the other end, and then I don't know if I make any sense. Once I remove that, you're gonna see what I'm gonna use that same painter's tape to do, because I don't waste nothing, you know what I'm saying? Kind of like try not to waste anything. But anyways, keep watching and you'll see what I mean when I say I'm gonna reverse the painter's tape. So here we go. I'm using the painter's tape and I'm gonna reverse as going more over, put more painter's tape over onto the stained side of the wood, because I'm going to go ahead and paint the middle of the wood. So because I am reusing my painter's tape, I am over here, you see how I'm over there like fighting with it. I want to make sure we have a nice tight seal. Again, I don't want any bleeding, so that's why I'm over there like pushing it down, making sure it's like really stuck to the wood. So I'm going to do the same thing to the opposite side of the wood. Put the painter's tape, want to make sure we have that line up nice and right in line with the stain part of the wood, and make sure it's nice and tight. So here we go. I'm going to be using some of this, what I call this, I don't know, I got this paint from Home Depot, and I'm going to use that. We're stirring it up and we're going to paint the middle. I thought it was white originally, but come to find out it was like half white. First wanted white, but I got half white, which it ended up working out. She ended up loving it. But anyway, so here we go, pouring our paint, and I'm going to be using one of those foam rollers to paint the middle part of the wood. So I went ahead and I immediately removed the painter's tape once I was done painting the middle part of the wood, because I did not want to let it dry on it. I just don't take the risk of letting paint dry with my painter's tape, so that's what I do. I remove it, and you can see me doing that Jackie Chan, or I don't know what kind of move, karate move or a weird move, because I was so excited. Look at that nice clean cut right there, guys. That's what I'm talking about, when you move your painter's tape and you have no bleed. You see that? How beautiful. And I'm excited because guess what? There's nothing for me to fix there. You know, time is money for me, and I don't want to waste any time trying to fix something that I can avoid. So I prefer to take more time, spend more time doing the work than rush through it and I have to go over it to either create it or to fix it, because I don't have time for that. But anyways, look how cute that is so far. Yes, guys, so that's what I'm talking about. Make sure when you're putting your painter's tape down, you put it down nice and tight so you have no bleed, okay? So we leave that to dry, and now we're on to the next day. That's my feeling. Look at her walking on the bricks. She's like walking like a soldier just on the bricks. But anyways, we're on to the next day, and here I am going to clean that off with some 91% alcohol. If you guys been here with me for a while, you know I love my 91% alcohol because I clean off all dust or whatever that's on my surface so I can apply my vinyl. For this method for this method, guys, I am going to use the vinyl, permanent vinyl, for my wording. I'm not going to paint stencil. I'm just using it for the words. So I'm cleaning that off. I have my wording cut out, and I am going to go ahead and make some measurements, and we are going to apply our word. So here I'm just using my squeegee and I'm burnishing over with my transfer tape so I could pick up the letters from the backing of my vinyl so I can apply that. So that's what I'm doing, burnishing. That's all I'm doing. I'm going to burnish, measure, and apply my wording. Once I was done applying my wording, I went ahead and I used some polyurethane to coat over that. But I gotta tell you guys, so this polyurethane, if you're gonna, it's good to use on stained surface or colored paint. So I did not read this. Make sure you read before you buy your stuff. So I've been using this, and I use it on my other side of the wood round, just stained surface, but never use it on the white surface. So you see how I was wondering, why does it look brown? You see how it looks brown? So I'm like, well, maybe it's brown, but when you apply it, it will be clear. That's with my, I don't know what I was thinking with my silly self. So I went ahead, I poured out on my plate, and I took my foam brush and I was rolling it. It has a nice finished touch to it, guys, and it's exterior polyurethane. It's so good. It's oil based, but if you're using white paint, guys, you want to make sure you use water based polyurethane. Did I say that right? Well, water based. So here I am still wondering why is it brown, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna apply it because I've used it before, but of course I've used it on stained product, not like painted white product. So here we go. I'm rolling that on, and as I go along over the white, I notice the color changes. It changes to, thank God the paint was like half white, but it brought it down to a little bit more half white. So I'm like, I'm not sure about this, so I'm gonna just don't put another coat on it. But you see, it end up turn out work out in my favor and work out in the customer favor. So yeah, just make sure when you're doing, if you're making this or you're going to use any type of sealant on your white surface that you paint, make sure it's water based, not oil based. But you see how pretty it looks on the stain side? It's super pretty. It's so pretty. So we're going to leave this to dry, and we're going to forget about it, and we're going to pick up the next day. So the next day I'm here, we're continuing. The sign is dry, and I'm making a bow. So here we go, guys. I'm making this bow, and it's a big old bow, and my hands were tired from making this bow. I don't even know if I'm going to explain this right, but like as you can see, if you can see well, I don't know, but I'm using a burlap, and I'm also using the buffalo check plaid bow to create my buffalo check plaid ribbon, sorry, to create my bow, and my hot glue. So all I'm doing, I'm here twisting, turning, and hot glue as I go along. And there we have it, the story of my life with this big old ball. It's completed. You probably be wondering why I was using that lighter. I'm using the lighter on the buffalo check ribbon because it reels, and that when I use the lighter, it stopped the fabric from reel. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna apply or attach my bow to the wood sign. So I'm using another piece of buffalo check ribbon, and I'm gonna use that to hold it because this ain't going nowhere. You see, I use all those wires, hot glue. I'm holding it down. It's not going anywhere. So there we go. We're going to cut our ribbon and we're going to tie it around the round. Not the round, sorry, the sign. Speaking of round, I am going to be placed in the iCard right above here where you could go ahead and check out my wood round that I made that looks similar to this sign, okay? So now I'm going to go down to the bottom part of the sign, and I'm going to be using some jute twine. I'm just going to twist a few lines or rows or whatever you may call it around the bottom of the jute twine just to bring a little bit more texture and detail to the sign. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use my lighter to clean up the end or the fur of the jute twine. It has a lot of fur, so I'm just using my lighter here to clean it up so it just look more neater. That's all I'm doing. Do not practice this at home. If you do, make sure you have a fire extinguisher and do not burn your house down, okay? All right. If you enjoy watching this video, please go ahead and give it a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, click that notification bell. Also, make sure you share this video with your friends and family. This way they won't miss out. Also, guys, please go ahead and follow me on social media. I'm going to be having the link to my Instagram and my Facebook page. I tend to post more over there than I do on YouTube. And right after this video, I'm going to be having a video popped up right after this video. So you can go ahead and click on that video. I'm sure you're going to like what's going on that side if you like what you've seen here. So go on over and show me some love on the next video that's going to pop up. I'll be waiting to hear from you guys on that side. So now remember, you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. Until next time, be blessed.